After the ugly duckling underwent his remarkable transformation and became a swan, a creature of grace and beauty, did he ever feel the pull to return to the pond of his youth? Did he ever wonder about the place where his journey began, the place where he didn't quite fit in? Our swan, Sterling, a swan with a heart full of courage and curiosity, did indeed. He felt that very pull. He soared through dazzling skies higher than he ever thought possible, the wind beneath his wings carrying him to new horizons. He met other swans, graceful creatures like himself, and learned through their acceptance and admiration that he was magnificent, not ugly, not unwanted, but truly special. He finally understood his worth. But one bright June morning, as the sun painted the sky with hues of gold and rose, memories of his old pond, the place of his humble beginnings, tugged at his heart with an unexpected force, a wave of nostalgia washing over him. And in that moment he knew, with unwavering certainty, that he had to go back. He had to face his past. Sterling glided down from the airy heights, his silver-tipped wings catching and scattering sunlight like a shower of diamonds, a breathtaking spectacle of light and grace. He landed gracefully on the surface of the water, creating barely a ripple, no longer the awkward, unsure duckling, but a vision of elegance and poise, a creature transformed. The pond was unchanged, a timeless sanctuary, lily pads floating serenely, dragonflies flitting and dancing in the air, and the sweet, delicate scent of water lilies filled the air, just as he remembered. Yet, despite the familiar beauty, Sterling's heart raced with a mix of anticipation and apprehension, the old memories of ridicule and loneliness resurfacing. Would they recognize him for who he was now? Would they be able to see beyond the surface, to see the swan he had become, or would they only see the awkward, gangly duckling he once was? He took a deep breath, calming his nerves, determined to approach this reunion with grace and forgiveness, to make peace with his past, not seek revenge for old hurts. This was not an ending, but his true beginning, a chance to rewrite his story, and he was ready, with a hopeful heart, to create new, joyful memories in the place where his journey had started. As Sterling neared the shore, he saw them. Barnaby, the blustering duck, and his giggling shadows Penelope and Petunia. They were teasing a small duckling, just as they once tormented Sterling. The memories hit hard, blocked paths, cruel words, laughter like pebbles, but seeing them bully another didn't make Sterling angry, it made him sad. The pond's beauty was shadowed by old unkindness. Sterling knew he couldn't ignore it. He watched, his wings tucked, feeling a familiar ache. This time for the little duckling and even for the bullies, trapped in their own meanness. He realized his return was about more than his own peace. He was here to change the story for everyone. The moment for courage had come. Just as sadness crept in, a cheerful splash interrupted Sterling. Squeaky the otter, juggling pebbles, greeted him with a grin. Beside her, Sheldon the wise turtle shimmered with rainbow colors, offering calm riddles. Above, Zippy the hummingbird zipped in a blur, chirping with excitement. These three, Squeaky, Sheldon, and Zippy, were Sterling's friends from his travels, always accepting, always kind. They'd never cared about his past as an ugly duckling. Their presence filled Sterling with warmth and courage. Squeaky swam up, whispering, "We've got your back." Zippy buzzed, "Let's have a party." With his friends beside him, Sterling felt ready for anything. The pond was about to change. With his friends at his side, Sterling swam toward the bullies and the trembling duckling. His silent, graceful approach drew every eye on the pond. Penelope's giggles stopped. Barnaby turned, startled by the majestic swan. Sterling positioned himself protectively between the bullies and the little duckling, offering a gentle, reassuring look. The little one peeped, feeling safe for the first time. Sterling's calm presence was a silent challenge, more powerful than any angry word. Barnaby tried to bluster, demanding, "Who are you? This is a duck pond!" Squeaky snorted, Zippy buzzed protectively, and the confrontation began, not with a shout but with a ripple of change. The pond held its breath. Sterling stood firm, a shield of kindness. The old order was being questioned. Something new was beginning. Barnaby and his crew stared confused by the swan's familiar presence. Petunia whispered, "He looks shiny." Barnaby puffed up, trying to assert control. "This pond has a pecking order. I'm at the top. Who are you?" Sterling's calm gaze was unshakable. Squeaky grinned. "Don't you recognize an old friend?" Sheldon rumbled. "Sometimes what we plant as a weed grows into the most beautiful flower." The clues hung in the air, but pride blinded the bullies. Barnaby squinted, recalling big feet and awkwardness. The ugly duckling? Him? Penelope and Petunia gasped. The idea seemed impossible, yet the truth was dawning. The past was meeting the present. Sterling finally spoke, his voice soft and melodic. "Yes, Barnaby, it's me." He spoke not with triumph, but gentle honesty. Instead of listing old wrongs, Sterling found something kind to say to each bully. "Barnaby, you always found the best snails. Penelope, Petunia, your feathers are always so neat." His kindness was genuine, not sarcastic. As he spoke, a gentle shimmer glowed from his wings, a quiet magic of forgiveness. Zippy chirped, "It's kindness magic." The light softened the bullies' anger, warming their hearts. They were unprepared for kindness, and it disarmed them completely. Sterling's gentle heart was changing everything. Barnaby stammered, his voice barely a whisper, "But we were awful to you, Sterling. We teased you, we excluded you, and we generally made your life miserable. We are so sorry for our behavior." The weight of his past actions seemed to press down on him. "Why aren't you angry? Why aren't you lashing out at us? After all the mean things we did, shouldn't you be seeking revenge or at least holding a grudge?" The question hung in the air, thick with genuine confusion. Sterling replied, his voice calm and measured. "Being angry would only make me feel as bad as before. Holding on to negativity just poisons the well. It doesn't hurt the people you're angry at, it only hurts you. I learned everyone has something beautiful, something unique and valuable if you take the time to truly look for it. It might be hidden beneath the surface, but it's always there." He turned to the little duckling, his gaze gentle and understanding. "You missed a friend, a chance for connection by trying so hard to feel big, to feel superior. True strength comes from kindness, not from putting others down." Squeaky, eager to illustrate the point, demonstrated with a muddy rock, a seemingly ordinary object. With a swift crack, he broke it open, revealing sparkling quartz crystals hidden inside. "You just have to look closer. You have to be willing to see beyond the surface," Squeaky exclaimed, his eyes wide with excitement. Sheldon added, his voice slow and deliberate, "A closed shell sees no sun. It's a life lived in darkness and fear. An open heart sees the world. It embraces the beauty, the challenges, and the connections that life offers." The lesson sank in. Slowly but surely, the weight of their actions and the wisdom of Sterling and Sheldon's words began to resonate. Judging by covers misses the story inside. It prevents you from seeing the potential, the beauty, and the value that lies within each individual. Penelope and Petunia looked thoughtful for the first time, their usual air of superiority replaced with a hint of introspection. Barnaby saw Sterling not as the ugly duckling, the outcast, the one to be ridiculed, but as a kind, powerful swan, a creature of grace and wisdom who had risen above adversity. Understanding dawned in a quiet quack, a soft sound of acceptance and newfound respect. The pond was learning to see with new eyes, to appreciate the unique qualities of each member of their community. Change was taking root, slowly transforming the pond into a more accepting and compassionate place. Zippy zipped in, a blur of iridescent feathers and boundless energy. He was always the first to arrive, his tiny wings a whirlwind of excitement. He loved a good party, and this one promised to be the best yet. He flew straight towards the center of the pond, ready to announce the festivities. "Party time! Let's have a festival of feathers and friendship!" he chirped, his voice ringing out across the water. "Everyone is invited! Bring your best smiles and your brightest feathers!" He zipped around in circles, making sure everyone heard the good news. Squeaky, ever the diligent decorator, gathered flowers. She carefully selected each bloom, choosing the most vibrant colors and fragrant petals. She wanted to make the pond look extra special for the festival. Sheldon, with a gentle smile, offered his glowing shell to light up the evening. The soft, warm light radiated outwards, creating a magical ambiance around the pond. It was his special contribution to the celebration, and the little duckling, eager to help, collected shiny pebbles from the bottom of the pond. Each pebble sparkled like a tiny gem, adding a touch of glamour to the decorations. Barnaby hesitated, remembering his past mistakes. He wasn't sure if he deserved to participate in the festivities. But then, he took a deep breath, apologized to the duckling for his earlier behavior, and offered to help find more pebbles. He wanted to show everyone that he had changed. Penelope and Petunia joined Squeaky, weaving garlands of flowers and chatting happily. Their laughter filled the air, creating a joyful atmosphere. They were excited to celebrate with all their friends. The pond transformed, it was almost unrecognizable. What was once a stage for bullying and unkindness became a scene of joyful cooperation and friendship. The animals worked together seamlessly, each contributing their unique talents to create something beautiful. Animals from all around the forest and meadows joined in, eager to be part of the celebration. The frog choir sang their most beautiful melodies, their voices harmonizing perfectly, and fireflies twinkled, adding their magical lights to the already enchanting scene. Sterling watched, his heart full of warmth and happiness, as his old home, once filled with fear and resentment, became a place of kindness, acceptance, and understanding. As the sun set, painting the sky in hues of orange, pink, and purple, Barnaby, eager to make amends, taught the ducklings how to find the tastiest snails. Penelope and Petunia led games and activities, ensuring that everyone felt included and had a wonderful time. And Sterling swam gracefully through the pond, a symbol of peace and harmony. He hadn't needed to fight or assert his dominance. That wasn't the answer. He'd changed the pond, not through force but by changing how they saw each other, fostering empathy and understanding. The echoes of the past, the memories of bullying and fear faded away, replaced by a song of hope and friendship. The festival marked a new beginning, a testament to the power of kindness and the beauty of friendship. It was a night to remember, a celebration of unity and harmony that would forever change the pond. As twilight fell, peace settled over the pond. The festival's warmth lingered, fireflies blinked, and Sheldon's shell glowed at the center. Barnaby, Penelope, and Petunia approached Sterling, sincere and changed. "We hope you'll stay. The pond is better with you here," Barnaby said. Sterling nodded. "This is my home. A home is built together." The little duckling, now named Pip, nestled against Sterling, feeling safe and loved. Sterling wrapped a wing around him, having made peace with his past and ensured a kinder future. He showed that true strength is a big heart, not a loud voice. The pond became a sanctuary of acceptance, where all creatures belonged. Sterling, once the ugly duckling, was now the guardian of kindness. As the moon rose, he knew this was the most beautiful transformation of all.